to the grind right now. It's gonna get sweet later, so trust me.
Okay.
All right. Racial disruption, bitch. All right.
We need more loud folk.
You know. We gonna get there. Racial truth. We are human, but we don't experience the same things. We all have the same emotions. BS. Not when there's KKK out here and white supremacists around. We all bleed the same. No, actually, we don't. People with low iron and blood count tend to bleed less or die quicker than the average person. Check your facts. We are human, true, but studies show that humans may have developed from other species like the ape, the lizard, the dog, the alien. I love mankind for its diversity. There is never a dull moment being on this planet. What I can't stand or I don't appreciate is when people use their privilege, you know what I mean, to spit about some all lives matter ignorance in the air. I need people in places of influence and power to stop using their manipulation to make people of color, especially black folks, feel wrong about burning cities down. What the fuck do you know? If you lived in privilege your entire life, now you're faced with times that may tickle into civil war. Now you want to talk about peace? We should be above this. Don't do this. We shouldn't do that. First of all, check yourself. The fact that you felt the need to say something about to the folks who are oppressed and not to the oppressor, you're racist. And you're a part of the problem. I think it's funny how some people who never have to worry about being shot for the color of their skin are being told to speak the colonizers' English and they sound so intelligent, so smart. Because those people didn't expect somebody with their skin tone to have the comprehension of the average man, or experience racial discrimination at job interviews, schools, and medical fields, have so much to say about peace. Ain't that shit funny? Here's my question. What peace do you know? Are you talking about the peace that came from pilgrims/colonizers who came to an already established land and raped and stole and killed natives here to create their peace? Or are you talking about the peace that required them to travel country to country to trap and enslave melanated people across the globe and build it from the ground up? Or are you talking about the peace that says black people should not uprise or make noise or disrupt white suprematic racism for killing the innocent lives of us? Or are we talking about the peace that's cultivated divides in schools called public and private to make sure that people of color and white people remain separate because the predecessors fear that people of color will contaminate their white children? What peace are you talking about? Clarify for me. I know I'm doing spoken word right now, but I'll ask that question later after I get off the mic. All lives matter does not exist. I've never thought it did. I don't think the lives of rapists matter. I don't think the lives of KKK matters. I don't think the lives of white people who are trying to fight hand and neck to uphold racism in this country matter. So all lives never matter. Ha ha ha. The joke's on fucking you. I love it how when I get on the mic, people get excited and tense. They never know where I'm going to go with this. I love it. I'm forever unpredictable. Get used to it. En contraire, whose Independence Day is July 4th, 1776? Y'all say American, but how could that be our Independence Day if Lincoln didn't enact the Emancipation Proclamation until January 1st, 1863? Whose Independence Day is that? Answer. Oh, that's what I thought. Oh, my bad. We're still trying to celebrate white supremacy. Cute. To celebrate people who were nothing but narcissistic sociopaths at the time they created that as our Independence Day, I think not. It's funny how we haven't tabled the conversation about Native lives. Point being, our real Independence Day is Juneteenth. Yeah, dating back to June 19th, 1866. Yes, America has only been independent for 135 years. Even now, we're still working to cultivate true independence for all the oppressed and marginalized in this nation, so don't flatter yourself. Food for thought. Let me be clear. You can never talk about peace without addressing racism. So stop that, I'm just for peace. I don't think we should be solving this with violence. Ah. But you hear us being shot and killed with no justice and getting thrown to prisons for the color of our skin, but you don't think that's just violent? Oh, ain't that fucking crazy? You know why you don't think that's wrong and violent? Oh yeah, it's because that shows how racist you are. When you see someone who gets hurt and killed that looks like me, your first thought is, what did they do? Why don't they just submit? You see how crazy that is? And how racist your thought process is? A mindset that says they deserve it. Yeah, ooh, I bet that stunk. Enough of y'all listen to this are getting uncomfortable. It's called liberation and racial disruption. Get used to it. So leave your wannabe hippie peace with the hippies, because hippies are some of the most selfish motherfuckers on the planet. They can give one less of a fuck about any problem that has nothing to do with them. And that's your demonstration of peace. That's cute with a capital C. To not address the pain of the people who are oppressed and marginalized would be disrespectful. And it will hinder your attempt at creating peace among all people. That doesn't mean that does not mean you get to steal our stories as the oppressed and marginalized because you want to make yourself feel inclusive or look good in the eyes of the people you're trying to help. Culture vulture, stop that shit. Food for thought. When my people cry, society equals it to a self-proclaimed problem, a mental illness, dejection, rejection, not empathy. When white people cry, society expresses compassion. I need change. How can we help you? Oh yes, empathy. Something that we all apparently feel. I guess it doesn't apply to people of color. I'm a disruptive poet. You will love me, but from time to time you will dislike me. That much I promise. It's a part of the process. I'm here to help the world be more inclusive, and it starts with these facts. People who are so content in their privilege wants to address racial issues and be resolved without war. That's funny. Good luck. Kudos to that. Mankind has never been above bloodshed. Like, never. It's animal. Humans are animals. So that's some food for thought. There have been so little rare occurrences in which people can obtain national peace without bloodshed. And it's rare for a reason. Well, unlike you, I'm praying that the rumbling happens. For those of you who watch Attack on Titan, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe then there will be a time where my people won't have to coach their children to submit to a racist system and be able to walk the streets as safely as any other child. Rioting, huh? That's what y'all calling it. Have you ever thought about the fact that a lot of people are calling it, including you, rioting because it's black-led? Because the correct term is uprising, union, revolution. Or I forgot that only applies to the whites. Yeah, I bet that one killed. I'm a savage, untamed and uncut. Disrupt your racism. All Black Lives Matter. Yes, Black LGBTQ plus folks, single Black parents, Black people who have mental illnesses, and the Black lives of women matter. I need everyone in the sanction to say it. Put your fists up. Because labels and signs don't mean shit if you ain't really about it. So before I get off this stand, everyone in this piece better say it. If you can't, you've shown me and everyone in this space who you really are, and I don't have to say it. We should be able to say it and know no matter where we are or who we're with, that we can say it. Judge man not by what you see him do, but what he does when nobody's watching. Judge man not by the color of his skin, but the content of his character. Basic and simple rules. Oh yeah, it's called integrity. People of color in the room. If friends and family say they pick the side of neutrality, they have picked the side of the oppressor. If they choose not to protect or defend you, they won't do it for your community. When people say they are neutral, they are simply saying they don't care enough about what happens to you or your community to take action. Is that the type of company you want around you? To give y'all peace of mind. This is not knowledge I was born with, y'all. This is knowledge I gained. Yes, it took me being wrong, mistaken, and checked on my own mindset and behavior to get to this point. Yes, brilliant minds from across the globe have liberated me in using the same love that I am demonstrating to you right now in order to help you. So ask questions, be willing to be wrong, and grow from the knowledge that you gain. Racial truth. Oh yeah, like I said, everybody in the country, you know what to do. Say Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
All right, cool. Glad we're on the same page.